A recent study showed breast cancer rates in women under the age of 50 are increasing. According to the National Cancer Institute, about 40% of women have dense breast tissue, which makes it more difficult to find breast cancer early. With me today is Dr. Ruby Meierotto, a breast radiologist at St. Luke's Cancer Institute. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Dr. Meierotto, the FDA implemented a new requirement for mammography facilities to notify patients of their breast density. Why is it important for patients to know this?
Well, St. Luke's has actually been providing this information to our patients long before this new requirement because women with dense breast tissue need to know their options.
Now, what is dense breast tissue, and does it put a woman at higher risk for having cancer?
So the breasts are made up of breast tissue and fat. So women with dense breast tissue just simply have more breast tissue and less fat. Now, these mammograms look predominantly white, while mammograms of fatty breast tissue look predominantly black. So why is this important? Well, breast cancer can appear as a white mass on mammograms. So as you can imagine, a white mass on a white background is difficult to see in comparison to a white mass on a black background. Therefore, dense breast tissue can hide breast cancers on mammograms and make early detection much more difficult. Now, dense breast tissue is common and it's not an abnormal condition or disease, but unfortunately, women with dense breast tissue are at a higher risk for developing breast cancer. So these women have a twofold challenge, being at a higher risk for developing breast cancer, and early detection is more difficult.
Okay, so because of those reasons you just outlined, patients with dense tissue may need additional screenings. Can you explain the fast breast MRI and how this is beneficial?
Yes, so studies show that MRIs can detect more breast cancers than mammograms alone. So women with dense breast tissue who are at average risk for developing breast cancer may benefit from the fast breast MRI in addition to yearly screening mammograms. Now, the fast breast MRI is performed in less than half the time as the traditional MRI. But women at high risk should continue yearly traditional breast MRIs in addition to yearly screening mammograms. We recommend MRI and not screening breast ultrasound because MRI is the better study. It not only finds more cancers than ultrasound, but you have fewer false positives or false alarms, which can lead to unnecessary breast biopsies.
Okay. Now, going back to that statistic we mentioned off the top, a new study showed that breast cancer rates in women under the age of 50 are increasing. What can those who are younger than that age start doing now?
So women should have their breast cancer risk assessed by age 25, so that those who are high risk may need to start yearly screening mammograms before the usual age of 40, and then may also need yearly breast MRIs as well. Early detection can also include a yearly clinical breast exam by a healthcare professional, as well as quickly reporting any breast changes such as breast lumps, bloody nipple discharge, skin or nipple changes noted on self-breast exam.
Okay, and why is early detection key?
So 1 in 8 women get diagnosed with breast cancer. Unfortunately, 1 in 40 will die from that diagnosis. Early detection gives our patients the best chance at treatment success, and that's why mammograms are so important. Mammograms find breast cancers at their earliest stages when they are most treatable, and that's why mammograms have helped decrease breast cancer deaths by nearly 40% since 1990. So basically, a simple 15-minute exam just once a year could cut your chances of dying from breast cancer nearly in half.
Oh, wow. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, at St. Luke's, we not only offer the latest technology, but we couple it with the highest level of interpretation. And so that's why we only employ fellowship-trained breast radiologists to interpret all breast imaging, because studies show we not only have fewer false positives or false alarms in comparison to general radiologists, but we find more early-stage cancers. So at St. Luke's, we do everything we can to find breast cancer early to ultimately save as many lives as possible.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you again for having me.
To learn more or to schedule a 3D mammogram at one of St. Luke's breast centers, visit stlukeskc.org/mammogram. You can also stay up to date with all the latest health news and stories from St. Luke's at stlukeskc.org/news. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time on Health News You Can Use.